150 days ago I began working on a dream of mine. I started creating a 2D top-down RPG card battler with some city building. It is set in the Old Kingdom in my fantasy world of Kadal. My dream is that this game is so good that enough people will want to play it, so that I can create another game that people will want to play, and then another one, and so on for eternity. In my game you will be free to move around in a game world exploring different areas. You will have a town that you can develop, making it worth protecting. In combat you will have different actions your character can use, similar to games like Divinity or Baldur's Gate. Then I combined it with a true and tested card battling mechanics like Slay the Spire. Today I will talk about the journey so far, from day 0 to 150. What felt bad, what felt good, the ebb and flow of motivation, and highlighting the progress I made. Okay, let's dive into the creation of the game. I knew I wanted a card game like Slay the Spire, but unlike Slay the Spire, I wanted to be able to move around the game world and explore different areas. So on the first day of this journey, I started a new project in Unity. It did not take long for me to make a character move and then build a simple card game. I did spend more than 100 hours a week developing, so it's no wonder I made progress. If that is healthy or not, I will leave for someone else to answer. I enjoyed it. I was working fast, I was working hard, but I did not polish anything. I'm going to do that when I know I like the mechanics of the game. So if you think something looks like trash, I will most likely fix that. Creating a moving character and a card game was just the beginning. This is a role-playing game. I need some kind of level system and stuff. I decided to snort a bit of nostalgia and borrow systems from my childhood favorites. From Might and Magic I'm taking the skill system, where depending on your class you can level up to Expert Master or Grandmaster in skills like Sword or Fire Magic. I also wanted a talent tree, so I looked at a long-lost love of mine, World of Warcraft. I think it has been more than 15 years since I left that game behind, but I still have fond memories of it, and some of them are spending countless hours looking at the talent tree, testing new ways to build my character. So I'm just going to get inspired by the talent tree and take it. So now I have a slightly modified version of the skill system from Might and Magic and the talent tree from World of Warcraft. I also added the actions. They are an important part of combat. They can give you extra defense or damage, or make you draw a card or gain extra energy. They can do a lot of stuff. Make sure your actions synergizes with the cards in your deck. After I added the combat actions, I got the idea to add travel actions as well. Actions that you can use a limited time every day when you walk around in the game world. Right now I have healing and preparing for combat by giving yourself a buff. The travel actions also gave me the idea to add mana. Some cards and actions will cost mana, giving you the possibility to build more of a mage type character. I also made this level up system where you get something new every level and then pick a subclass at level 5 where you can devote yourself to a Saint of Talnu. My first class will be a Knight of Talnu. I plan to add a Wand Slinger and a Crimson Cavalier. I might add some more classes from the world of Kadal. There is quite a lot to pick from, but maybe I will add like a Web Whisperer, a person that speaks to spiders and control them, and by using ancient knowledge turn themselves into more of a arachnid. They live in normal villages, maybe even praying to Talnu and his saints. But underneath this quaint little village you will find a cave system full of spiders and spider-like people. Okay, I'm going to have to talk about fantasy and the world of Kadal. Most of my childhood was spent slipping through magical portals into fantasy realms, sometimes by reading things like Harry Potter, sometimes by playing games like Heroes of Might and Magic 3 and Morrowind, and sometimes by dreaming about living in a more magical world than the one I was stuck in. That little boy never stopped dreaming, and Kadal is a result of that. Now, as a big boy, I still create fantasy worlds, but I write stories and create maps and games for them. I've been working on the world of Kadal for about 6 years. I created it for my first book, which is about the people of Arfalheim and the dwarves from the Green Hill. It was a good exercise in writing. I think the book is terrible, but it is a book and I'm proud of it. Even though I left that book behind, I never left the world of Kadal. I want it to be similar to the world of Enroth from Heroes of Might and Magic 3, but I will also take inspiration from a whole bunch of other fantasy worlds. I will keep building on it, focusing on what I need for Protector of Hammerdale. I was still making good progress, working every waking moment on making my dream come true. I created the inventory system. My biggest problem here was 2D art. I would like to be good at drawing stuff, but I don't think I'm good enough. So I spend a small amount of cash to get some nice images of helmets and armor. So when you change equipment, it will show on your character. An important part of a RPG in my mind. I also implemented a armor system that will give you new stats, armor and hardness. It is a limited amount of extra defense. In the worst case, it's just extra health and I should remove it. But I think it makes combat a bit more interesting and also give you the option to build your character in different ways. It was kinda easy to implement armor and hardness. Something that was a bit harder was creating the load and save system. I had never done that in a game before, so I had to figure out a way to do it. The solution came in the form of saving data to a JSON file. It took some time to make sure that I saved everything in the right way, but in the end I had a working save and load system. It also takes a picture when you save the game, just like Might and Magic. I just love recreating things from old games. Let's talk about the city building. I plan to call this game World of Kadal, Protector of Hammerdale. Hammerdale is the town or village you will protect. An important part of the game, so it was time to create it. I knew I wanted the player to be able to build new buildings in this town. The next question was, how complex should I make this? My overstimulated mind went straight for Victoria 2. If you never played it, it's a grand strategy game where you move sliders around, manage the need of your inhabitants, build liquor factories only to saturate the market and make it worthless. So now you have to diversify, but Great Britain refuses to sell you the needed materials. So your economy crashes and your people now want pensions but you can't afford it. That makes them angry. And now there is a revolution. After thinking about it for a bit, I realized that I should not try to recreate Victoria 2. Instead, you will have villagers, they will need houses or they will leave. You can build places like a training hall that will need a villager. There you can tweak your deck and actions and unlock new cards and powerful abilities depending on how advanced the training hall is. Or you could build a woodcutter's hut and put your villager there to gather resources, letting you build even more houses. Or if you want to, just sell all the wood for gold and get yourself that new shiny sword the blacksmith is selling. The choice is yours. It was during the creation of Hammerdale that some of that extra level of energy started to run out. I was no longer working on the game 16 hours every day. I even spent some time with friends, and I started to play video games again. Looking back, I missed the hyper-focus that I had in the first few months, but I realized that it is not sustainable. I still spend about 10 to 12 hours every day working on this game, or making videos. One of the things that pushed me out of this hyper-focus was creating YouTube videos. My focus shifted from creating this game that I'm super passionate about in a world that I love, to make YouTube videos that people will want to watch. I like doing them both, but they are not the same. and I still do not know how to get people to watch my videos. What I understand is that a thumbnail is important, and if people click the video, try to keep them around for more than 30 seconds. I'm still not sure how to do that, but if you are listening to this, I somehow managed to make it happen at least once. Yes! I'm proud of how far World of Kadal, Protector of Hammerdale, has come. I have a working card game, a world to move around in, a working talent tree, skill and level up system, a town where I can trade, train and build new buildings. I'm happy with how the game feels right now, so next I will do some polish. I want to make the UI look a bit better, and then I will create the first quest where you will save some villagers that were kidnapped from Hammerdale by the evil orcs. If you are curious, passionate about fantasy worlds, or just want to talk about game dev, maybe share your own game, I'd love for you to join the Discord community. Your feedback, ideas and interest in the World of Kadal means everything to me. Thanks for watching and being part of making my dream come true. If you like what you see, please subscribe to follow the journey as we continue shaping the World of Kadal.